for some adventure, hey?
Hey buddy, Crow back again with another video response to Novabug's Friday Foursome series, and this time the question is, what are your top 4 female protagonists? Well, I don't know if it's top 4, but I just selected 4 female protagonists in video games. I tried to select games where the protagonist is female and there's no way you could choose any other characters. I also tried to pick games where or protagonists or in games where I don't think anybody else would pick them. Kind of a little bit obscure, maybe you just didn't think about it. These games, for the most part, are pretty well known, I think, or at least somewhat well known, but I just don't think people would pick them because of the female protagonist. I don't know if it makes any sense, and sure enough, I tried to do the same thing last month with the horror games, and sure enough, people picked the same games I did. So who knows? Maybe people will be picking the same female protagonists I did. And if I didn't mention it, I tried to choose games where the protagonist, you can't choose any other character. I know one of Novabug's examples he gave was the Streets of Rage series Blaze. Now, I wouldn't choose that because you can choose other characters in those games. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to narrow it down to, okay, you can't choose any other character. So, to start with, I know it's a long ramble on for the beginning, but to start with, the first game I'm going to choose is, or at least the protagonist is Lammy. And Lammy is from Jammer Lammy, and this is the actually Japanese version I have here. I have the US version as well, but I have both versions because the story is a little bit different in each of them. There's a little bit of censorship going on in the US version. You actually go to hell in the Japanese version, and that doesn't happen in the US version. Something completely different happens. But yeah, Lammy is a lamb who plays guitar. If you can't really tell from the game footage, this is kind of like a pseudo sequel to Parappa the Rappa. In fact, once you beat the game, you could play all the levels as Parappa the Rappa, but the star of the game is in fact Lammy, as she tries to make it to her main gig and play the final song. But to do that, she's running late. It's funny, she's running late throughout the whole game, and she keeps getting stopped and having to sing and play. She doesn't sing, she just plays a guitar to all these songs. She's like, when she starts out, she's running, she's got to be there in 15 minutes, and yet she has time to play 5 songs by the time she gets to the final stage. I think it's 5, I could be wrong. Lammy, I probably went way on more longer than I needed to go, but Lammy, yeah, is my first option for this month's Friday Foursome. Now for my second female protagonist selection, I'm going to choose Chell from Portal. It's easy to forget while you're playing Portal that the character you're controlling is in fact female. But yeah, Chell is, and the only way you can really even see yourself, I don't know if there are any mirrors in the game, but yeah, when you activate portals in such a way that you can see yourself before you enter the portal, that's when you can actually get a good visual on your game. The footage that you're seeing is actually from Portal 2, and I do like the game a lot. It really blew me away. I was really surprised when I played Portal for the first time. They were actually giving it away on Steam for free. I don't know if they still are, and that was the whole reason I got into Steam. Is, oh, I signed up for Steam, I get Portal for free. And yeah, I just had a blast playing the game, and then when Portal 2 came out, of course I had to get that as well. So, and it just, the humor throughout the game as she fights pretty much GLaDOS in the first game through all the testing environments and everything. She can fall from great heights and can't take damage because of specialized equipment on her feet. But yeah, the main thing is the portal gun and the absurd, crazy story going through, and just the final boss fight, as it were, in Portal 2 kind of blew my mind when I first saw it. But yeah, the footage you're seeing is, I haven't played Portal in a long time, so I loaded up a save really early on in the game, and that's the footage you're seeing. But yeah, Chell from Portal and Portal 2 is my second selection.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person.
The third female protagonist I'm choosing is going to be Miriam from Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. So yeah, I was just kind of looking through my collection. I was like, oh yeah, this is an awesome game. And the character you are controlling is in fact a female. So I'm going to throw this one in here. And if you're wondering why I have this weird slip cover, it's because I did fund this on Kickstarter when I found out that they were, you have to forgive me, I can't remember the guy who created these Castlevania games. I know somebody, in fact, he's a boss in this game. I played through this game a lot, and the footage you're seeing, I haven't played this game in like a year, and the footage you're seeing is me just loading in my game. I'm so overpowered in the game, just running through randomly just to get some game footage, because I didn't have any, and yeah, it's just a really fun game. I really liked Castlevania Symphony of the Night, probably my favorite, if not my favorite Castlevania game, and this is set up very much like that, and even just piling more stuff onto that with abilities and being able to swap out different abilities and such. But yeah, like, you start out pretty weak actually in the beginning of the game, but as you go on and you beat the game and stuff, and you beat those like super difficult bosses and everything, just the abilities you get from that kind of make you unstoppable in the whole game. So yeah, my third choice is Miriam from Bloodstained, A Ritual of the Night. My fourth and final selection for this month's Friday Foursome. This character actually doesn't have a name. She is completely unnamed, but she is the main protagonist in Sayonara Wild Hearts, which is a action rhythm type of game that kind of blew me away when I played through it. But basically, you play as a girl that has a broken heart, and I don't know, there's a lot of metaphors going on in this game where you have to fight through the characters from the tarot cards that have stolen your heart to basically put yourself back together, I guess mentally. I mean, if you're like really reading deeply into this game, but just the action and the music is really good. I think that's like one of the most important things for a rhythm game is that you can really get into the music, and you can certainly do that with this. But it's not just hitting buttons in time with the music. There is you have to be in certain places at certain times. But yeah, there are times where you do have to tap the button in rhythm with the music. But it's the combination of that and just the off-the-wall action set pieces of this game that I just have to highly recommend this game. And I think it's pretty much on every platform. I just happen to have a physical copy because I think it was only released physically for the Switch, possibly for the PS4 as well, but usually I'll go with the Switch version for physical stuff like this if it's not graphically too intense. But yeah, this game is just awesome, and when you play through it, you get that urge, I want to go back and play through this again and try to get even a higher score, try to get golds on all the sections. Just look at the footage of the game, it's crazy, it's right up my alley, and therefore, this unnamed female protagonist is my fourth and final choice for this month's Friday Foursome. And there you go, Novabug. Those are my 4 choices for this month's Friday Foursome. Anybody watching this that wants to give their top 4 female protagonists, the best thing you could do is go over to Novabug's channel and watch the video. The link is in the description before. Make your own video response if you're able to. If not, the second best thing to do is leave a comment on his video of your 4 favorite or just choices for female protagonists. Yeah, and I always try to go out of I may not comment on everybody else's video responses, but I certainly do watch them and I look out for them. So I hope that you would want to make your own video so I can watch that video. Of course, I'm just being selfish myself because I want to see other people make their own video responses on the topic. But that's all there is to that. So thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye.